What would you say to those marketers who feel quite overwhelmed with the pace of change right now? Is there any words of advice for them?
Just do something that you find innately interesting. I've been, I don't know how many companies at this point now, 4 or 5, but many different brands within those companies. Probably worked on 20 different brands over the years. And I can tell you now that I look back and say the intellectual engagement and the emotional resonance that I have, forget the people for a second, which is the most important. Like who you work with is the most important thing. But when I think back to those activities, I would have, in the beginning of my career, I would have told you that brand marketing is like the creme de la creme, and anybody who's doing anything else is, that's boring. I get to go to Costa Rica and shoot a beautiful ad and blah, 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 whatever. But I can tell you that intellectually, like all of those things resonate the same way. And the difference over time just became, am I actually really interested in this category? Am I interested in this user, the problem that we're solving? And am I finding myself thinking about this in my off hours and how I would solve this problem? And that is what I would gravitate towards, because pretty much all environments, whether it's enterprise or small, you will feel like you are understaffed. You are the glue stitching together all these channels and strategies. So you will be taxed more than ever. And the only way that you overcome that is if you actually enjoy the thing, not because it's like on someone else's OKRs for you to do the thing. And I think that's good life advice generally. Hopefully it was given to me. And I think over time I've tried to live that more and more. Case in point, making no money here, building a company just because I think it's interesting. But here's why I think it's super valuable. Because in a world where anyone can produce and create anything, if your competitor, if the person across the street, the other marketer or whatever, can produce anything and they are deeply interested, how on earth are you going to keep up with them? You will always be behind that person. You will only stay ahead in those areas where you are actually passionate about learning this thing, or I'm passionate about the cause, or I'm passionate about the mission, whatever it might be that drives you. So I like that as advice for any marketer starting out.